Okay, this is Greg, and I am a bachelor at the moment. My wife is away, and I am going to cook dinner. And I cook all the time, but I'm going to cook something that I particularly like, and let's do it. So here are my ingredients. I have a thick pork chop that I got on sale at my grocery store. I've got a couple of red skinned potatoes that were microwaved for a few minutes to soften them up and make them a little easier to cook. You can see some chopped up onion in that bowl. I'm going to use canola oil. It's tempting to use the bacon grease that I saved in a cup in the refrigerator, but I wouldn't want to put that on film. I wouldn't want anybody to think I ever actually use bacon grease for anything. I have some salt. I have some ground cayenne red pepper that I'm going to use, and I have some traditional basil pesto, which has a lot of garlic in it as well as basil. I can't open this with one hand, I don't think, at the moment. I've got some corn that I cooked this morning, just out of a freezer bag. And this is some leftover green beans I'm going to put in the pan as well. So this will be a one skillet meal. This is my skillet. This is a ceramic skillet that we bought recently. We needed a new nonstick skillet because our nonstick skillet wasn't nonstick anymore. So we bought this one, and I'm going to start cooking. Okay, I've cut my potatoes up. I put some of the canola oil in the pan there. I put the pork chop in, and I've got my eye there on 4 on my stove. You have to kind of know the difference on your stove between frying and burning. 3 on my stove is kind of like saute. It'll get things done eventually, but it doesn't do real well for meat unless you've got a while to cook. 4 is a good setting. If I put it much higher than that, it'll burn it. If I'm frying sausage or something, I might put it as high as 5, but nothing higher than 5 is very useful on my stove. So it'll take a while. That's a bone-in pork chop that's about 1 inch thick. So I haven't put anything else in yet, and when the potatoes start to get done, I'll take them out and add a few other ingredients. Okay, you can probably hear that sizzling, and it would be tempting to worry it with a spatula, and sit here and mess with it and piddle with it, but the truth is I want everything to get nice and crunchy, so I'm not going to do anything to it for a while. I've sprinkled salt, and you can see some of the red cayenne pepper on top of that pork chop there, but that's all I'm going to do for now. And I've got a little bit of a crust on the side that was being cooked on that pork chop. I've tried to put the potatoes so that a new side on each one of them was down on the heat. Okay, the potatoes have been flipped a couple of times, and I'm going to take them out and put my onions and some other things in. Okay, it's sizzling nicely at the moment. I've actually turned the heat down to about 2 for a little while. I want the pork chop's middle to get nice and done, and I don't want my onions to get burnt. I just want them to kind of get sauteed. So I'll leave that like that for a few minutes, and I'll come back and I'll do the corn and green beans into that. Okay, well, looks like it's about done to me, and the time has come to take it out and eat it. And that's what it looks like. There's my dirty, nasty pan that I'll have to wash later, but hey, it was worth it. Time to eat.